Well, again, let's talk a little bit power talk with Sonny Antonio. So today we're going to talk about the winter times coming. We all have projects out there. We all know what's going on. Uh, we're in different stages. So this is a time to start asking questions. Large contractors, most of them working with the cities and the counties, they know where they stand when it comes to what project they can start, what work they can do, what they can't do during the winter times. Very important, very critical to know where you are going at with that stuff. We're all working with the cities, you're working with the counties, you know what work, when their permit times are saying no construction can start after date so-and-so. Those are really important, those are really critical. So that's the time to take a look at that stuff. But you also need to look at items with power companies. So you need to go to phone, you need to go to cable, you know, to PG&E. You got to find out what their schedule is. And tougher, especially in the PG&E area, their schedules of where they're starting and crew availability is critical. So what's critical for you is to make sure that you're looking, if you're doing all the work, the trenching, the conduit work, the vaults and the boxes, all the work that you're doing, making sure you're setting up inspections that are 1, 2, 3 weeks ahead of time, making sure that you have a scheduled inspection for your projects. Timing is very critical. How to get into a schedule is tough sometimes. So in PG territories, it's, as we talk about our pre-con meetings, schedule your inspections. Get those ahead of time. Making sure you don't have a job or a trench open for 2 or 3 weeks is very important. What you don't want to do is have an inspection, especially in the wintertime, the rains hit. Now you got a trench open, it's full of water, it's got mud into it, it's got sand into it. Now you got to clean all that up so you can get an inspection. So plan for your winter. This is a good time to plan for winter. Making sure your inspections are with the power companies that are scheduled for like maybe every 3 days if you have to. But you have to set up a scheduled time. Call their inspection desk, whatever they have, follow their procedures for inspections. Make sure you are aware of what their schedules are. Rain will stop them from working. They have inclement weather clauses. Fire issues, which has been happening in PG&E for the last couple of years. A lot of things take precedence to your job. So you need to put that in your planning schedule. You need to be aware of that. You need to be aware of weather. You need to be aware of outage issues. You need to be aware of fire issues. You need to be on top of your schedule and plan for the winter time for things to happen. That you're gonna have a storm, that you're gonna have rain delays, you're gonna have other issues that PG&E calls emergency that's not gonna be a part of your project. Work closely with your designers, your utility coordinators. If you're working directly with the power company, work with that rep. Know what's going on, stay on top of that schedule so that you know what's gonna happen to your project. If there's gonna be a delay, plan for that delay. Work with the power companies, work with phone and cable to make sure you know what's going on. That is a critical point right now. If you're planning on starting a job in the wintertime, know what the city ordinance are. The city of San Francisco does not allow to have any trenches opened up, any streets cut during the holidays. Make sure you're aware of that. Don't expect the designers or the power companies to keep you updated. Go talk to your cities, work with your county people, work with the planning departments of all cities so you know what their process is. A lot of cities say from the last part of November until January 5th or 6th, no constructions downtown, no cutting of roads, no opening up trenches. You need to know that. You need to put that in your schedule. You need to be aware of that so you know what your plan is for these kind of shutdowns. Let's talk about working with the power companies. It's more critical and it has critical results if you're not talking to the power companies. And all of us need to do that. We as designers, we're working with them constantly to find out what our schedule's going. Is a job out of engineering? If we're engineering, where is it? Can we start construction? You need to communicate as a builder or as a customer of the power company. You need to communicate on a weekly basis. What's going on? How are we scheduled? You may not be informed that they have some outages planned or have some other things planned. You may not know that, and they may not be able to tell you that, or they don't want to tell you that, or fail to tell you that. You need to be proactive enough to be asking the power company, where is my job? Am I still scheduled for 2 weeks out or 3 weeks out? Because in this very, very busy world, and this very short-handed world of crews and construction, we are seeing jobs get pushed out. If you're not ready, or if you think you're ready, but they don't think you're ready, you need to communicate, because they'll push you out. Keep a constant communication open of where you are with your job. Winter time is critical. Weather is critical. Acts of God, fires, outages, all those kind of things. That puts an impact on your job. And be aware, not only does it impact your job maybe for that 1 or 2 days, but if they have a large problem, like they have a fire, or if there's flooding, or if there's an outage issue, your job could be impacted not 1 or 2 days, but 1 or 2 or 3 weeks. Communication is the key. Make sure you stay in communication with whoever it is handling your electrical, gas, phone, and cable, specifically the power, electric and gas. Who's monitoring that? Who's your liaison? Who's your communication between you, the builder, and the power company? Is it your team directly? Is it an applicant designer? Is it a consultant? Whatever that might be, you need to communicate more in the wintertime than you do at any other time during the year. I hope this helps. Stay dry, keep communicating, and get ready for the next phase of Power Talk with San Antonio. The next chapter, we're going to talk about construction and scheduling and pre-con meetings, and the importance of that consultant staying with you until that last meter gets set, and not just do the design phase. Again, thank you very much for listening to San Antonio on Power Talk. Have a good day.